10 indications that someone is stupid. The capacity to use sound judgment and base judgments on what's best for you, others around you, and the entire world is known as common sense. It entails understanding when to take a chance and when to stay safe. It entails being aware of your current circumstances and how they affect your relationships, career, and general well-being. However, common wisdom is not that common, as they say. There are those who struggle with considering the ramifications of their actions before acting. In addition, instead of applying their own discretion and expertise, they frequently depend too heavily on the opinions of others or the information they are exposed to on a daily basis. We identified 10 indicators in this video that suggest someone might be deficient in this area. Now let's get started. First of all, they accept all they hear without question. When you stop to think about it, the majority of people who lack common sense are unaware that they do. Even when something seems ludicrous, they take everything they hear at face value. They don't conduct their own research or ask inquiries. And in a world full with propaganda, lies, and half-truths, this can be deadly. After all, if you don't know how to tell what is true from false information, it's simple to get drawn into false information. Number 2. They struggle with critical thought. Critical thinking is the capacity to evaluate data and make inferences from supporting evidence. Even basic concepts are difficult for someone lacking common sense to understand. They frequently can't articulate why something doesn't make sense to them, and they may even contradict themselves. These people also frequently behave impulsively and without fully considering all of the possible implications. They may make bad decisions as a result of making decisions based more on feelings than on reason. Number 3. They frequently have irrational thoughts. A logical argument presented by someone attempting to persuade you is a good sign that they lack common sense. They might interpret information wrongly, offer implausible explanations, and make assumptions that are not supported by facts if they lack the capacity to reason and behave wisely. People who lack common sense also frequently turn to radical ideologies or superstitions in an attempt to make sense of the world. Number 4. Everything is seen in black and white. A person with poor common sense may only see things in black and white. They believe that there are no other possibilities and that everything must be one way or the other. Individuals such as these just don't seem to get that there are different tones of gray. They won't take into account any alternative possibilities or recognize that other people may have different viewpoints. They may find it difficult to comprehend and relate to people as a result. Number 5. They can't think of solutions for issues. One may also tell whether someone lacks common sense by looking at how they go about fixing problems. When they lack sound judgment, they provide answers that are unrealistic or nonsensical. And you understand how irritating it can be if you've ever had to deal with someone like this. Their inability to identify patterns and consider events from various angles frequently results in conflicts, dissatisfaction, and overall bewilderment. Number 6. They refuse to ask for assistance or guidance when they need it. People who lack common sense may avoid asking for assistance or advice because they would prefer to deny that they are ignorant of anything or that they require instruction. These kinds of people also frequently overestimate their own knowledge while underestimating the complexity of a given issue. They may therefore be less likely to realize when they are over their head and want assistance, which further reduces the likelihood that they will seek assistance. Number 7. They continue to make the same errors. If you know someone who lacks common sense, either as a personal friend or family member, you may have seen that they keep making the same mistakes. This might be upsetting, particularly if you've made an effort to clarify why their behavior is improper or damaging. They may appear to be just not paying attention to you. However, in practice, they continue in their conduct because they are unaware of the reasons for the negative effects of their acts. Number 8. They cannot comprehend irony, sarcasm, or humor. Either your jokes are bad or the other person may be lacking common sense if you find yourself in a conversation with someone who simply doesn't comprehend your jokes or doesn't understand what sarcasm means. Should the latter be the case, it is due to their incapacity to draw the mental link between what is spoken and what the speaker is genuinely suggesting. They don't grasp the underlying meaning and just accept it at face value. Number 9. They discuss unsuitable subjects. People with little common sense often talk about improper things since they don't know what the social norms and expectations are in the place they are in. They might not be aware that some subjects are taboo or improper in specific social contexts, such as in front of young people or the public. In the end, there are some topics we'd prefer to avoid talking about in particular circumstances. If someone isn't abiding by this general guideline, it's likely that they lack common sense. 10th, they decide to be uninformed. Uninformed people frequently choose to be uninformed because they are unwilling to put in the time and effort to learn and comprehend the information that is at their disposal. It can be because they are intimidated by the facts or they are scared to face the truth. They could also be more prone to reject or overlook the facts due to the influence of their own prejudices. They consequently frequently make choices that may have a bad effect on them or those around them. Finally, it's critical to keep in mind that common sense isn't always a given. It can be created from life experience, while some people may naturally have a higher level of it. Being able to recognize common sense in others can help you handle interactions, relationships, and conversations more skillfully. It can make you more careful about the counsel and viewpoints you give, and it might even encourage someone to grow up with more common sense. Please like and share this video with your friends if you think it's helpful so we may continue to make more of them. Click the subscribe button and don't forget to click the notification bell for more videos just like this one. Don't forget to watch our other videos as well. Thank you for viewing.